Good afternoon to all. Myself, Mr. Dr.S.PRADEEP, Associate Professor, EC Department, SA Engineering College, Chennai. In last session, we have seen about Fourier transform. Based on that, some properties and few problems we have worked it out. In today's session, we'll see about Fourier transform. Mostly we'll work it out problems based on Fourier transform. What is the shortcut? Based on that, we'll see some problem analysis. Okay, let's go to the session. So already we discussed in the last session itself. Once again, a recap for that. GATE syllabus comes a price for networks and signals and system. It's coming under session 2. So it's whereas in signals and system, it based on continuous time signal and discrete time signal. Our focus is based on continuous time signal. In that, we'll focus mainly on Fourier transform. So based on the percentage of question paper, 20 to 22% will be from session 2. It comprises for both the networks and signals and system. In terms of question, you will be getting around 14 to 16 questions will be coming. In that, you may get around 6 to 8 questions in terms of signals and system. Okay. Okay, in today's session, we'll deal with mostly problems based on Fourier transform and solved examples. Okay, let us see an example. Sometimes question paper will be asked based on image representation for Fourier transform also. Let us consider the first question. What is the thing means? In here it is asked how many signal processing engineer will be needed for transferring a bulb. Okay, that is the thing. So the answer will be 3. So how it is 3 means the first thing is the first Fourier transform the engineer is needed for taking a Fourier transform. The next is the second engineer is needed for taking a complex analysis. The third engineer is needed for taking inverse Fourier transform. So totally 3. That is the answer comprises for this. Okay. So 3. Let us consider another example. We need to find the Fourier transform for a rectangular signal. It is given with the limit of -2 to +2, which is having an amplitude of 1. So the various answer has been given. We need to sync with what answer. What will be the correct answer for this? Let us work it out and see for this. It is having an amplitude of 1. So we know the basic Fourier transform formula is what we know. X of omega equal to limit -infinity to +infinity x of t e power minus j omega t into dt. That is the formula we know for Fourier transform. So in that, based on the signal what is given, the limit will be from -2 to +2. So substitute the limit -2 to +2. X of t in the place of x of t, you need to substitute the amplitude. That we know that is 1. So then the rest of the formula will be coming for that. Okay, into e power minus j omega t dt. So now we need to integrate e power minus j omega t within the limit -2 to +2. We'll see that. So when I integrate e power minus j omega t with respect to t, I will be getting as e power minus j omega t by minus j omega in the limit -2 to +2. So apply the limit, upper limit minus lower limit. So when I apply, I will be getting as in the place of t, I need to substitute e power minus j omega into 2 minus lower limit e power minus j omega -2 by minus j omega I will be getting. So kindly make a note of it up to this. So the given signal is from -2 to +2. It's having an amplitude of 1. So I'm taking Fourier transform. So I'm applying the general formula for Fourier transform, what we know. In that, I'm substituting the expression what is given for x of t as 1. So then I'm changing the limit. Then I'm going to integrate. So after integrating, I need to apply the integration formula. Then I'll be getting as e power minus j omega t by minus j omega. Then I'm applying upper limit minus lower limit. So we'll erase this. So we'll continue with this. So in order to replace this, minus of minus will become plus. So we can make it as plus. Similarly, minus will need to interchange. So we can able to simplify like this. So you will be getting as e power j omega 2 minus e power minus j omega 2 by j omega. So I am replacing in this manner. So if I am getting the j term in the denominator, the only probability is sine term is the probability. So in the given answer, you can able to check. Okay, so the four options given is 2 cos 2 omega, 4 cos 4 omega, 4 sin 4 omega, 4 sin 2 omega. So we got the expression as e power j omega 2 minus e power minus j omega 2 by j omega. So we know the basic sign formula is e power j theta minus e power minus j theta by 2j. So in the denominator I am getting 2j. So the only probability is it can get the answer in terms of sin or sec. So there is no probability for cos. So the first two options won't be coming as the answer. So we will focus whether it is 4 sin 4 omega or 4 sin 4 omega. Let us consider this. Okay, so we got the expression as e power j omega 2 minus e power minus j omega 2 by j omega. So similarly, if I get in the denominator only j means I can be able to go for sine, whereas I am getting a variable with respect to omega. So there is a probability of getting the answer in terms of sec. So sec formula we know that it is nothing but sine theta by theta. So we need to make in terms of sine theta by theta. Here the variable is nothing but omega. In order to make a sine theta means I should get as e power j theta minus e power j theta by 2j. So the two parameters missing. So in order to simplify, what can I do is, so multiply and divide by 4. In the denominator you make it as 4 as 2 into 2. So similarly you substitute the term what is available in the remaining things, e power j omega 2 minus e power minus j omega 2 by j omega. Just rearrange it. So keep 4 as it is. Bring this omega outside and 2 outside. So I will be getting as 2 omega. Here I will be getting as e power j omega 2 minus e power minus j omega 2 by 2j. So this term is nothing but sine term. So I got the answer as 4 by 2 omega into sine 2 omega. So that's the thing. Still I can't able to say that the answer is sine 2 omega. That is wrong because I am getting the variable in the denominator. So this can be written as 4 by 4, you keep it as it is. This you write it as sine 2 omega by 2 omega. So as I already said, sine theta by theta is nothing but sec theta. So here I am getting the theta in place of 2 omega. So I got the answer as 4 sec of 2 omega. So out of the 4 answers, this will be the correct answer. Okay. So we need to do all this process in order to find the answer. Kindly make a note of it. So the correct answer is 4 sec of 2 omega. So when you go to see this problem, just apply the Fourier transform formula, change the limit based on the given what is given. It is nothing but minus 2 to plus 2. Then apply for x of t, take Fourier transform. Then just normal integration, apply the upper limit and lower limit. Check for the probability of answer. So there is no chance of getting the answer in terms of cos because I got the answer in terms of e power j theta minus e power minus j theta by j omega. I got in the denominator as j theta. So the only probability I can get able to get the answer in terms of sine or sec. So after simplification, I got the answer as 4 sec of 2 omega. That's the thing. So the expression what we solved also is given here. Kindly make a note of it. The same thing, first applying the Fourier transform formula, then applying the limit, then integrating, apply the upper limit and lower limit, rearranging. Then in order to simplification, I am doing by multiplying and dividing by 4. Then the denominator I am splitting as 2 into 2, then rearranging and get the answer as 4 sec of 2 omega. That's the thing. So sum of the Fourier transform for the common function is given here. So when I go for cos 2 pi u naught of x, the Fourier transform answer will be half of del of u minus u naught plus del of u plus u naught. Whereas when I take the Fourier transform for sin 2 pi u naught of x means I got the answer as j by 2 del of u minus u naught minus del of u plus u naught. When I take the Fourier transform for del of x is nothing but what? Impulse signal. So impulse signal will be existing only for the origin. In the origin it will be having the value as 1. So when I take Fourier transform, the answer will be 1. Similarly, when I take e power j 2 pi u naught of x means the answer will be del of u minus u naught. Similarly, when I take for pi of x means I got the answer as sine square pi of omega by pi of omega. Similarly, when I take for Fourier transform for u of x is nothing but what? Step signal. It will be existing from positive for all positive values, and the value of amplitude will be 1. So when I take Fourier transform, the answer will be 1 by 2 del of u minus j by pi u. So kindly make a note of the reference table. So this sort of signals you should know periodically. You should know. Then only when it is asked in the problem means you can able to remember the answer, correlate with the answer, and you can able to choose the correct answer which is apt for the question. So once again I say, when I take Fourier transform for cos 2 pi u naught of x means half into del of u minus u naught plus del of u plus u naught. Similarly, when I take Fourier transform for sin 2 pi u naught of x means j by 2 del of u minus u naught minus del of u plus u naught. Similarly, when I take for impulse signal, the answer will be 1. Similarly, when I take for e power j 2 pi u naught of x means del of u minus u naught is the answer. Similarly, when I take for pi of x means sine square pi of omega by pi of omega. Similarly, when I take the Fourier transform for step signal, that is nothing but u of x means I am getting the answer as 1 by 2 del of u minus j by pi u. This is for quick reference I have made as a table. Kindly make a note of it. Similarly, basically, sometimes it will be asking what is the difference between Fourier transform pair means. It is nothing but representing inverse Fourier transform and Fourier transform. When I take Fourier transform for f of t means I will be getting the formula for Fourier transform is nothing but f of omega integral minus infinity plus infinity f of t e power minus j omega t dt. When I take inverse Fourier transform for f of omega means I will be getting the only the original signal f of t, that is nothing but f of t equal to 1 by 2 pi minus infinity plus infinity f of omega e power j omega t into d omega. So f of t and f of omega is nothing but the Fourier transform pair. Okay, kindly make a note of it. Similarly, some important properties as we seen in the last session itself, duality property is a very important property. So basically, when I take Fourier transform for f of t, I will be getting f of omega. Whereas when I apply the duality property, I will be getting the answer as 2 pi into f of minus omega is the answer for that. So basically, when I do normal without applying the duality property, I won't be getting the answer as 2 pi into f of minus omega. When I applying duality property, I will be getting the answer as 2 pi into f of minus omega. So basically, when I go for the sync signal means the sync signal is represented as it will be decaying in the positive side as well as decaying in the negative side. So when I represent in it is a representation. So basically, it is exhibiting even symmetric property. Even means both positive of and the negative of. It will be a mirror image. We will be getting the exact replica on the negative side. That is represented here. Kindly make a note of it. So whatever signal is available on the positive side, the same thing will be replicated in the negative side. That's why it is exhibiting even symmetry. So without applying the duality property, you won't be getting the answer. So based on the duality property only, you will be getting the answer. F of t is equal to 2 pi into f of minus omega. Similarly, we can able to apply Fourier series by using Fourier transform. For that, you need to apply the exponential Fourier series. For that, the formula is given by f of t is equal to summation minus infinity plus infinity cn into e power jn omega naught t. In that, we need to find the variable of cn. Based on that application, you can able to get the Fourier transform formula by using Fourier series. Okay, kindly refer to this. once again say with the duality property, it's an important property. Based on that, several problems will be coming. So if you keep on working it out various example by applying duality property only, you can able to correlate with the answer. So keep on working it out more problems and note down the results, then apply duality property and check for the results and correlate with the results. Okay, with this we wind this section. Okay, we'll continue in the next section today. Okay, thank you all.